The title is Hypercube 3. The first thing was that we had associated transcendental code values with the letters. Second thing was that we had a parallel hypercubes with the numbers. So with the number 1, we had one space. So one space body designated as hypercube 1. With the number 2, number value 2, we have association of hypercube 2, means 2 space body. Now with hypercube 3, we have association of value 3. So value 3 and hypercube 3 are parallel association. Now if we have a look at the Devanagari alphabet, we see third vowel U is having TC value 3. The third letter of the first row, Ka, Kha, Ga, the letter Ga is having association of value 3. The second letter of the row, Cha, Cha, the letter Cha has value 3. Then we are having with the first letter of the third row, letter Ta is having value 3. Likewise, the letter Ra, Anthastha letter, second Anthastha letter is having value 3. Ahead, the second Ushmana letter Sa as well is having value 3. Therefore, these 5 letters are having association of value 3, and the corresponding association will be of 3 space or hypercube 3. Now these 5 letters are of different placements. It is a vowel, it is a first row consonant, second row consonant, third row consonant, and then Anthastha letter, and then it is a Ushmana letter as well. We will coming afterwards how these 5 letters in these 5 different placements having equal value 3 and having the same format of hypercube 3, but what is the difference in the roles? We have previously seen that hypercube is a 4 manifestation layer body. Every hypercube is having 4 folds: dimension fold, boundary fold, domain fold, and origin fold. Further, we will know that when 5th fold is there, which is called a base fold, then it becomes a transcendence range. That means when we are up till 4 space, when we have only 4 dimensions, then there are 4 folds: dimension, boundary, domain, and origin. But when we are in a transcendental space, when we are in a 5 space, when we are in Shivlok, then there is a 5th role as well, and this role is a base fold. So we require 5 different roles. So here value 3 is associated with 5 letters. The first letter is the third vowel, then it is the third letter of the first row, second letter of the second row, first letter of the third row, second letter of the Anthastha letters, and the second letter of the Ushmana letters. So there are 5 letters which are having value 3, and we see that there are 5 different roles of dimension fold, boundary fold, domain fold, origin fold, and base fold. And these 5 roles are in 5 space. 5 space is Lord Shiva's space. And Lord Shiva is having 5 heads. Each head of Lord Shiva is having 3 eyes. So here is the first similarity we must keep in mind, that when we will be approaching number value 3, or when we will be approaching 3 space body, cube, hypercube 3, these or the situations which are applied in 5 different ways. So 5 cubes or 5 solid dimensions or 5 heads with 3 eyes is the setup. Therefore, hypercube 3 as value 3 and having corresponding 5 different letters in Devanagari alphabet will ultimately take us to the mathematics of a 5 space. This is the background. Now let us see. We are today focusing upon the origin fold as center of the cube. Cube is the figure 1 here. It is like this a figure. It is a figure like having 8 corner points, 12 edges, 6 surfaces, and the volume. This figure, figure 1, is a cube. It is hypercube. When we say it is hypercube, that means as it is shown here in figure 2, it has 6 surface plates. As further we see, it can be cut into 8 subcubes. Now if we see the dimensional frame, then this figure 4 is indicating that we are having 3 lines or 3 axes or 3 linear axes. So if we stop here, we say 1 space or linear axis is the dimension fold of hypercube. Here we see in figure 2, there are 6 surface plates. So it is the surface or it is the plane, it is 2 space which is playing the role of a boundary. So 1 space is playing the role of a dimension or an axis here in figure 1, and 6 surface plates or surface is playing the role of a boundary. So 1 space is a dimension, 2 space is a boundary. Now we see 3 space. It is this 3 space which is a volume part. So the solid part or the volume part is the third fold. So first fold is a line, 1 space. Second fold is a plane, surfaces. Third fold is the volume. Now 1 space as dimension fold, 2 space as a boundary fold, 3 space as a domain fold. Now if we have a fresh look at figure 3, a domain, it is cut into 8 subcubes. Means it is in fact the 8 cubes which are synthesized together, and the center of it is the origin of 3-dimensional frame. So here at the origin seat is a setup which is enveloped by 8 cubes. A cube as a volume is a setup of synthetic setup of 8 subcubes or cubes. So see, if we want to cut this cube, and then we must have a 3 spatial dimensions with 3 planes. So it is like a cutting a cake. With the first cut, we make 2 parts. Then from the middle cut, we make 4 parts. And then from this middle, from the second axis, it becomes an 8 parts. So this cube, in fact, is a setup of a synthetic setup of 8 cubes, or reverse order, cube splits into 8 subcubes, or 8 cubes synthesized as a cube. It is this feature of a cube which is fixing the center. So this point, this center as a point which is like any other point of this volume. Any point of this center is like any other point of a cube, but at the same time center is unique as it is the synthesis point of the 8 subcubes. And if we see the innermost corner points, say of the first subcube, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, all are meeting at the center. So center is a seat where there is a collapse of all the innermost corner points of 8 subcubes, or center is a seat at which there is a synthesis of these 8 subcubes. Now if we have a fresh view of the figures below, let's take further ahead, take ahead. Now if we have a stop here, if we have a look at an interval, it is having 2 endpoints. Step ahead, if we have a plane, we have 4 lines. If we go to cube, we have 6 surfaces. This in continuity, 2 points, 4 lines, 6 surfaces are taking to 8 cubes. It is this feature. There are 2 points, endpoints of an interval. There are 4 lines of a plane or a square. There are 6 surfaces as the boundary surfaces of the cube. And in sequence, this 2, 4, 6 goes to 8. Point, line, surface go to a solid. This feature is the feature, this is the structure which is at the center of the cube. Bring below the cube. Let us again visit a cube. This center of the cube is located at the center of all the 8 cubes, or the innermost corner points of this center are the seat. So the innermost, so if we have this as a say cube, this is the innermost corner point. Like that, all the 8 cubes or all the 8 subcubes are having their innermost corner points which are located at the center itself. So center is having 8 corner points around. That means center is surrounded by, enveloped by the 8 solids. So it is this feature of hypercube 4. It is this feature of hypercube 4 which is at a 0 level. So in this 4 space, this space in between, when becomes a point, that means the all 8 subcubes have a collapse, and that collapse is at the center. So the center of the cube is a seat of this hypercube 4. It is this 4 space which is seated at the center. It is this feature which deserves to be comprehended well. When at present we approach the cube for its mathematics, then the center is ignored. Center is taken like any other point. However, center is not like any other point. It is not like any other point, but it has an additional value, additional feature, additional structure as well. It is this structure which is of a 4 space. So center of the cube is a seat of 4 space. This is to be comprehended well. Once we will be face to face with this comprehension, once we will be comprehending that the center of the cube is of a dual status. First status is like any other point of the volume. The second status is that it is the seat at which the innermost corner points of all these 8 subcubes collapse. That means the center of the cube as seat is a seat of 8 corner points. So these 8 solids, when come together nearer, when it becomes a point, then these all 8 subcubes as well become the innermost corner points of the subcubes of the cube. Therefore, first thing to be comprehended is that center of the cube is of a dual status. First status of the center of the cube is a point like any other point of the cube. It is just like any other point. The second status of this center is that it is a seat of a force space. It is here where force space is in a point level. It is at a zero value. So it is this center which is a force space point. So 3 center as a force space point is a seat where the innermost corner points of all 8 subcubes collapse. They are seated together. So at center there are 9 points. 1 point is the center itself, and the 8 points are the innermost corner points of the 8 subcubes. Now these 8 innermost corner points of the 8 subcubes are the 8 components of the boundary of the force space. It is hypercube of 4. Therefore, to have a proper comprehension of the structural setup of the cube, we have to concentrate upon the dual status of the center of the cube so that we can clearly distinguish between its role as a point of the cube and as a seat of all the 8 subcubes. So center is the synthesis point, center is a glue, center is synthesizing 8 subcubes to make it a cube. So this cube, which looks like a single entity, is in fact a synthetic entity of 8 subcubes. It is this split of a cube into 8 subcubes is the feature which deserves to be chased and to be comprehended. Now let us have a fresh look at the setup of the cube. See at figure 5. Sorry, see at figure 7. Now it is a 3-dimensional frame. There are 3 axes, but each axis, because of the center, is of 2 parts. Now this setup, if we look, then let us have a fresh look at the figure 8 at corner of the cube. At corner of the cube, there are 3 edges separation. So if we have look at this setup from point, there are 3 axes coming out, springing out. This figure below, figure 8, part 1, is depicting the corner point of a cube, and there are length, breadth, and height wise 3 axes. This figure, when is separated, looks like this. And this figure, when is taken here, it becomes a half 3-dimensional frame. The second feature which deserves to be comprehended well with respect to the structure of a cube is that in its each corner point is embedded a 3-dimensional frame of half dimensions. It is this feature which also is the prominent feature. It is this feature in terms of which only we can have a transition from the modern mathematics to the Vedic mathematics. Modern mathematics is not chasing the split of a dimensional frame. A 3-dimensional frame means a 3-axis and having a central unit point called origin. So 3 axes and origin makes a 3-dimensional frame. But the location of the origin, as it is splitting each of the axes into 2 parts. But theoretically it looks like a easy comprehension. However, this cube in each corner point is having only half of the dimensional frame. It is this feature which deserves to be comprehended well, as it is this feature which will help us have an appreciation of the distinguishing format of hypercube 3 than that of a cube. Let's begin again. The first feature of the cube to be comprehended well is that center of the cube is of a dual status. Center of the cube is having first status as a point of the volume like any other point. Second feature of the center is that it is a seat of I'm beginning again.
Yes,
See, I'm at figure 8.
8, figure 8.
I'm at figure 8. It is the second feature. The first feature of the cube is that center has a dual status. First is a part of the volume like any other point, and second is that it is a seat of a force space. Now the second feature of the cube is that in each corner point of the cube is embedded a three-dimensional frame of half dimensions. Split of a three-dimensional frame into a pair of three-dimensional frames of half dimensions is the structural feature which is being not focused, not attended, not chased in our present day schooling. This feature is very important feature as the Vedic systems are comprehending that the dimensional frames split themselves. Dimensional frames can be synthesized. It is this split and synthesis of the dimensional frames which is the second important structural feature in terms of which cube and hypercube 3 stand distinguished. If we want to have an appreciation of the distinguishing features of Vedic mathematics, comprehension of cube as hypercube 3, then firstly we have to focus upon the dual status of the center, and the second feature which we have to appreciate is that in each corner point is embedded a three-dimensional frame of half dimension. So if we have a fresh look at figure 7, then the one part xy, this part of three-dimensional frame is in the corner point and is inward, means towards the center. The other half of three-dimensional frame of figure 7 is outside the cube. That means this three-dimensional frame is being not fully applicable, is not fully a full role for structuring the cube, because in terms of it only the cube splits into 8 subcubes. So cube is not a single entity. Cube is a synthetic setup. The synthesis of the cube is as of 8 subcubes, and each subcube itself is a cube. So in a way, 8 cubes synthesize a cube, means 8 cubes are enveloping the center, means the center is a space which is enveloped by 8 cubes, means it is enveloped by 8 solids. This is a feature of hypercube 4. So center is of structural setup of hypercube of 4. Hypercube 4 is a 4-space body. Hypercube 4 is having solid boundary of 8 components. the center of the cube is enveloped by 8 subcubes. So cube is a synthetic setup of 8 cubes is one statement which deserves to be comprehended well. So when we are having comprehension of these two features, first, center of a dual status, and second, that the corner point, each of the corner point of a cube is embedded with a three-dimensional frame of half dimensions. So the dimensional frames split, dimensional frames get synthesized, domain splits, domain gets synthesized, domain cube as a volume in the first role as a domain, in its second role when splits into 8 subcubes, it shifts to the second role and it is the role of a boundary. So 3 space as a domain, a volume part, 2, 3 space as a boundary of 8 components. So 3 space as a domain is a first role and 3 space as boundary, 8 components of the 4 space body is the another role. Therefore, for initiation, for comprehension, for a reach at the foundation of the Vedic mathematics, we have to appreciate that hypercube 3 and cube are absolutely distinct features. Cube, as such we say, and when we focus only upon the volume part, that means we are concentrating, we are taking into account only one fold, it is the domain fold. But when we go to hypercube 3, then we are having in our mind as many as 4 folds. The dimension, here it is x-axis, it is one space and 3 axes together. When we go to the boundary fold, it is a surface and these are 6 surfaces which are playing that role. When we go to the volume, it becomes of the nature that it splits into 8 parts. So it is a synthetic setup, and that synthetic setup is having a placement at the boundary of the center. So it is now transiting into the role of a solid boundary. Starting with 3 space as a domain, the reach here comes to be as a solid boundary. And once there is this transition, then the 8 subcubes as a boundary of the center bring us face to face with the center being a 4 space, center as a 4 space seat, center is a point of a 4 space. So center as a point of cube and center as a point of 4 space are the two distinct features of the center. It is in terms of this comprehension only we will be in a position to have an appreciation that the synthesis of the cube as its subcubes is there only because of a center which is a point of 4 space. So real 4 space is playing its role at the seat of the center, and it is in terms of it that the volume is getting synthesized, and volume can be taken into its fraction forms. Why this space in manifested form takes us to from the whole lumps to the fragments. Therefore, the study of the mathematics as geometry will take us to the third feature. Now this see the third feature in figure 9. When the two corner points are coordinated, this is called an internal diagonal. this internal diagonal is coordinating two corner points. In each corner point, there is a three-dimensional frame of half dimension. So we are having one three-dimensional frame of half dimensions in this corner, and we're having another three-dimensional frame of half dimensions in this corner. And both are coordinated by the diagonal. Now this diagonal passes through the center. So the center as the third point along this internal diagonal makes a path. This path is through fourth space. And when we bring these nearer and nearer, or we make the cube smaller and smaller, we'll see that these 2 points will come nearer and nearer, and in terms thereof, the three-dimensional frames as will come nearer and nearer. When they will reach at the center, see, their orientations will change. This axis is on this side and this axis is on this side. Now, when these are translating along this diagonal, and when they reach at the center, they get synthesized. And that synthesis is there only because of a fourth space available there, as plane is available there. Now, like this, we can have a synthesis of four internal diagonals. There are 8 corner points. 8 corner points are making four diagonals, and in the corner points of the diagonals are dimensional frames of half dimensions. So a pair of dimensional frames of half dimensions synthesize and make a one single dimensional frame of full dimensions. This synthesis process will take us to 4 three-dimensional frames. Each diagonal coordinates the pair of corner points. In each corner point, there is a three-dimensional frame of half dimensions. These synthesize and make a three-dimensional frame of full dimensions. Like that, there is a synthesis of 4 three-dimensional frames. And fifth is already available here, because of which it is cube. Therefore, the internal structure of the cube at the center, which is a seat of a fourth space, leads to 5 three-dimensional frames. It is this feature, it is this third feature, it is in terms of which we will be reaching at the center of the center, at the origin of a origin. So fourth space as a seat of origin of 3 space itself is having an origin, and it is a 5 space. If we can comprehend these 3 features of the setup of a cube, which will become a hypercube 3, then we will have an appreciation as to how 3 space as domain, 3 space as a boundary of a 4 space, and 3 space as dimension of a 5 space. If these 3 roles of cube are comprehended and appreciated, and when we will be having a comprehension that at the center of the cube is a seat of a 4 space which has a 5 space as the origin, and being a 5 space, it is a 5 solid dimensions, and these 5 solid dimensions, when come within the cube, they take us to 8 corner points, and which get coordinated in terms of the internal structure of a cube. It will become a structure of our Tirloki. It will become ultimately the structure of our Earth. It will become the structure of a solar universe. But to reach that, we have to again concentrate upon, at the initial stage, 3 distinguishing features. One, the dual status of the center. Second, in each corner point is embedded a 3-dimensional frame of half dimension. Third, that these corner points are coordinated by the internal diagonals, 4 in number, which become the translation path for the half-dimensional frames, pairs together, making 4 three-dimensional frames of full dimensions, which together with the fifth original three-dimensional frame make a setup of 5 solid dimensional frames which will fix origin of the origin. So force space as center is having 5 space as its center, which also is fixed. That is why it is called a solid. From here, we will take up the other features of hypercube. So I think for this lesson, let me stop here so that these features stand fully comprehended. And the moment we will start comprehending these features of this setup, which we simply take it as volume, and when we will be having a distinguishing eye as to how within this volume there is a pool of structures which is not only a pool of the order of the 4 space, but it is of the order of a 5 space, which is playing the origin of the 4 space itself, and the same is seated at the center of the cube, and it looks like any other point of a cube. All right?
Thank you. Yes. But first, you have explained that there is a half variant dimensions in the code.
There is a three-dimensional frame splitting into a pair of three-dimensional frames of half dimension. It is the feature which is absolutely distinguishable, absolutely new as far as the modern mathematics is concerned. When we look at the solid geometry books, even right up to the postgraduate and going beyond in the topology and the knots and the all other things, the fuzzy sets and whatever they're teaching, they are actually jumping over this point. This point is elusive for them. It is not coming within their comprehension. They couldn't conceive it and they couldn't mathematize it. That is why there are difficulties in the modern mathematics. Therefore, for us, we have to approach afresh to the structures of a cube, then plane, line, everything, every hypercube, starting with cube 3. That is why, as I have already written in my books, that we should teach 3-space mathematics, science and technology as a distinct, say at 9th class or BA part 1, then 4-space mathematics, science and technology in class 10 and also in second year, then 5-space mathematics, science and technology in 11th class and in the third year, and the 6-space Vedic mathematics, science and technology in class 12 and in BA fourth year, as is the now education policy of 4 years graduation. If we will take each space for its distinct features of mathematics, science and technology, then and only then we will be in a position to have a full learning and teaching of mathematics. But for that, I have complete books, complete written, 3-space full 1 year, 4-space, 5-space, 6-space. So 3-space, which we call it Tirloki, 4-space, which is a Brahma space, 5-space, which is Lord Shiva's space, 6-space, which is Lord Vishnu's space, 6-space, which is for the sun, 5-space, which is for the moon, and 4-space, which is for the earth, and 3 spaces, which is for the solid. So everything is there, each and every bit of it, starting from first lesson to the last for full year. When there are large, very large number of the features, the mathematics of 3-space, mathematics of 4-space, mathematics of 5-space, mathematics 6-space, we have to approach it like this. And this will be solved by the Ganita Sutras only. It is the inbuilt structure of the Ganita Sutras which is covering entire 1 space to 6 space mathematics rules. So geometry of 1 to 6 space, algebra of 1 to 6 space, arithmetic of 1 to 6 space, these all things are well organized, systematized, fully available. The only need is, as we have now started, Let us step by step and step by step see. After 10, 15 days, we will see that large things will be emerging and everything will be easily comprehensible and we can have conceive and we will have some idea.
That's a, you have said that there is a center of center, and when you
Yes,
it is a center,
again,
and when it will go forward, when it will go forward, where up to this point, up to what is the limit of this
this is
structure?
this structure. You see, the structure which takes us up till the light means if we want to see, if we want to avail a light as a medium of carrier, then we have to reach up till sixth space. But if then beyond that means firstly we will be with the charam chakshu, means to be the three space with this physical matter. Then we have to go with the light up to sixth space. And beyond that, these are Gyan Chakshu. Then it will be the knowledge and knowledge only. It will be only the intelligence only. So when we will be approaching only with an intelligence, without any other tools, then we can reach up till ninth space. So the Brahman domain, ninth space domain, is the domain which will be approached by Gyan Chakshu and it will be having a Sachetan Adhar, a consciousness base. Intelligence with consciousness base will take us beyond light, no sport of a light, when we're not having a mathematical tool or mathematical help of the light even, when we'll remain only with the intelligence and the consciousness base, then we will be parallel and reach up till the Brahman domain, up till the ninth space. So the Vedic knowledge, which is taken as Sthapatya Miring Rod knowledge, it is for a teaching in terms of the tools of geometry and numbers. It takes up till sixth space, so it becomes parallel with the light. But when we will go beyond that, then we will be having a pure intelligence and a consciousness impulses. And these mathematical tools and help of the geometry and the numbers as such will not be required. To reach that stage is a much far off stage which we shall not at this stage talk of. And we can at this stage simply say we require mathematical tools. These are numbers and the geometric bodies. In terms of it, we will build a setup of a Sthapatya miring rod which will take us up till sixth space, and then we will be having a help. It will be going parallel with the light. What is happening within the sunlight will be changed in terms of this mathematics, science and technology. When we will like to go a step beyond, then we will remain only at the level of intelligence and the consciousness. Then these mathematical tools of geometric bodies and numbers will be dispensed with, and what will be available to us will be the sound impulses, the light impulses, the consciousness impulses, the intelligence bits. So the energy and the waves of the sound waves, light waves, consciousness, intelligence, these will be used. And then up till ninth space we will reach, which is preserved in the Upanishads, which is whatever I could conceive, whatever I could reach at, is that the knowledge preserved, available, systematically available, is from one space to ninth space. Up to one space to sixth space is absolutely as a physical, as systematic as we normally talk of. So the modern mathematics is teaching up till three space. Vedic mathematics can be easily extended up till six space, and beyond that is a challenge for the human brain to, and the Vedas will be helpful. And it is then Vedas will be read with the help of the Vedas only, and it will be the intelligence and the consciousness which will be interacting. That also is preserved, but that is at the level as you can imagine and you can appreciate.
Firstly, we have to increase our level of understanding and consciousness
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
knowledge.
So naturally, we have to go sequentially. We should teach three space, four space, five space, six space. These four spaces shall be taught as the regular we are teaching now, like a point line and a plane and a solid. So we should teach this cube, hypercube 4, hypercube 5, hypercube 6. These four spaces have a full 1 year courses at the school level and the second stage at the graduation level and then the post graduation level.